Okay. Good morning, folks. Hope you're all having a really good trading day. I am having a good day. I bought Mr. Tesla at 5:44 this morning. I called it live on Twitter, so no bullshit. But it looks like we hit the value area high. POC migrated up, and we're in for some chop. Also got some rule of three going on Tesla, which is you hit a third trend line. Typically, you go violate it, and you see this candle. That's a short squeeze candle, so no wick. So E-mini pulling back, market's pulling back here. That's fine for Tesla. Also, you've got this fib here, right? So we hit the 618 and smartly pulled back. So I shorted it right at 597 and covered only 5 points. So on the retirement account, I added in here as well. So with the money I made, shorting it a few times actually. Where else did I short? I think I shorted here, 589s, and then I covered 584, 585s. So again, 4 or 5 points shorting something that's short-term overheated. So we may bounce above the trend line here. So let's take a nice. Oh shoot, I'm not in trade mode. That's okay. Well, we'll wait for this area here. We might see bounces at 573, 572. If we go repair the structure, it's probably going to be a quick bounce back to the upside. So we'll see. Still wish I was short from 597, but I'm always wary when something shows so much strength, and then it just I'm fighting trend essentially. But I do like to play both sides. So yeah, bought 544s, took off into 20, added here, and I told people on Twitter, so no bullshit. Didn't re-add, just kept the one ad. And then where else did I take off? There was a stop zone here. I took off into day trade size here, right into the 584s. So yeah, very, very, very nice day actually on Tesla. Tesla's making my day right now. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's see here. All right. I am scalping some. I'm scalping some e-minis here on my other. All right, sweet. Scale into that bad boy. Oh yeah. Sweet. I'll take it. Oh, that was a nice quick scalp. 2 points. It's like a piece. But anyway, so let's go back to Tesla here. Yeah. So anyway, it looks like we're gonna get some. Let's see, probably some rule of three action here. See that? 1, 2, and 3. So somewhere in this area, maybe a little lower, is going to be a buy. You have this support here, right? You see that? You got support here. Oh, sorry, I'm not in pen mode anymore. Right over here is where some support. Oh, I'll take that. Well, we'll take that too. The E-minis are doing things to the shorts today, and I love it. You had this nice little 10-point pullback and just wrecking people. This is the kind of action that I love. Love, 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 love. Two-way markets, man. This is the best. Anyway, let's turn the DOM on here for Tesla. Pulling back above the third trend line. So this can be a bullish setup here. Just FYI. Come on. Come on. There you go. Squeeze those shorts above the highs. Come on. You know there's stops right there. Above 97s. So we will flip short here. We're going to get any fills on Tesla? Looking for an anticipation. Ah, jeez. Running. Running, running, running. That's okay. We'll flip long here. All right. There you go. Come on. Looking for the E-minis to pull back here. I shorted 94.5, so I'm only looking for 3 points on 6 contracts. And I got it. Sweet. All right. I'm now short Tesla. Let's see if we get 1, 2, 3. God, this was such a beautiful move this morning. All right. You see on Tesla? You see that falling wedge? And then you had the 1, 2, 3rd trend line. So it tried here, but it wasn't quite enough volume. Then it came back, and then you could just... I could see it by the price action, capitulation into this zone, and this was one of my weekend zones, right? Heavy buy zone. Essentially a low volume node on a higher time frame. And then it gap fills some old stuff too. So anyway, I had alerts here. And I just happened to walk away from my computer, and I got an alert on my phone. Hey, just tagged below 540, and I just ran back to my computer, and by the time I got in, I was at 544, and I just was smashing the asks, and then that was all she wrote. So pretty darn nice here. But anyway, you get this falling wedge, it breaks down on volume, and then when it comes back into the body, you get a confirmation signal here. Because essentially what it is it's a false breakout on, and it's kind of weird because it's a bullish pattern, but you get a false breakdown to the downside, trapping more shorts, right? And a lot of longs will capitulate here because you've got this falling wedge, right? So longs just give up. So all your sell pressure is gone now, right? I'm short and it's riding that trend line. Darn it. So your sell pressure is all gone here. And so, shorts get squeezed. And if buyers step up, it's over. Let's see. We're probably going to pop to 589 or something. We got 10 SMA here, 586. Oh, I'll get in here. But could be wrong short term on this rule of 3. So it was a really, 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 really nice setup on this falling wedge. So kind of made all my money today on that move with Tesla. And some E-mini stuff, but not focused on that today. Just looking at Tesla. That's been super fun to play. Really clean levels. This was the zone that had to hold 555 to about 548. And that's where shorts were trapped in this area. It never even It never really, essentially, never really came below 555 at all on this pullback. I think, what, 555 and a half or so. So, yeah, Tesla's in a nice uptrend here. I'm just looking for a little bit of action of ROT, rule of three action here around this third trend line. So, but yeah, it's not an A plus setup at this point. I would have liked this candle here to have some follow through, and the fact that we're not getting any follow through here doesn't bode well. So let's see, we've got a POC that's here. It was here early. Oh, let's see, sell limit. I do think the POC acts as resistance. We can just do that too. All right. I think we're going to get a chop zone here and eventually make our way down into this area. But right now, we're digesting shorts essentially here. So could get a little hairy for a little bit. Man, nice two-way trade on the E-mini though. Nice two-way trade. Anyway, gotta quit looking at that. I've got my live account on the E-mini. E-mini is finding resistance here. Man, there are so many points to be had here on the E-mini. Here we go. There it is. Go get those stops at 90. I've been waiting for this. Break above 98. Come on. There it is. Right there. Got out of my long. Stops above 38. Let's go. Come to Papa. All right, Tesla. 250. All right, that's right into POC. Let's see if we can get a little more here. On a sim, by the way. On a sim. If I'm live streaming, I'm on a sim. But not on a sim on my main ES account, so I guess I'm given my thoughts. Oh, hey, hedger at 3805. 1,100 contracts. That's actually 1,000 lot. So institutional up at 3805. Most likely a hedge. Let's see if we head towards liquidity right now with the E-mini. Let's go. Let's go. Still there, 3805. We gonna blow them out? Yeah, let's see if Tesla curls around here. If we're long, we're short 400. Let's go ahead. It might get a little tricky in this area, but I still think we're coming through here. We'll see. And there. So now Rot takes us right through this zone and the curling up 20. So right now we're holding around the 20 SMA. This is that purple line here. Right at 577. So I'll look to cover above that. Oh yeah, we're going for it. Come on, go get that. Go get that 1,000 lotter at 3805. Everybody sees it now. Anyway, talking about the E-mini. You hear my wife's voice saying, getting in. Oh yeah, there it is. Took it out. Now short's gonna freak the fuck out. Oh, baby. Some liquidity for the shorts. All right, we'll get out of our long here on the E-mini. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. Come on, fill me. Oh, no liquidity. I love it. Come on. Let's see what the footprint's showing. Oh yeah, the footprint shows you're screwed if you're short. I guess the Bears had their day, didn't they? All right, little short-term trend line here on Tesla. Looks bullish. Let's see. Smart little flag pullback here. So let's take a look. If we pop up, well, I'll still be looking for the rot, but you know, it's getting dangerous on the short side for sure. POC right where we are now. Value area high just above. But again, I think we're digesting shorts. On the retirement, I added here. You know, I shorted and I made money on the $5 per share. So I just turned around and I added it right above the 20 here. So we'll see. It would suck if it rolls over, but you got to buy sometime. It's a longer term hold, so strong hands, and it's kind of a free ride here for those shares that I bought. So it's all good. Let's look at the volume on Tesla. Man, that was a nice bottom. De-risk, because I think I'm going to get filled up there, actually. I think I'm going to get these filled. So let's go add. So trim it down, then add it back a little higher. Still want to be short though. But again, I am, like as I said on Twitter, I am long Tesla on retirement accounts. So I am not a Tesla bear. Not that I really. Here's T+2 up here at 38.16. FYI on the E-mini. See that? Yeah, it's a nice structure for breakout. So let's go fight for price. We'll fight for it up here. We got value area high. Might even make a new high. Then I think we dip. Because that about correlates with where I think the E-mini is gonna. The E-mini is gonna go sucker in some longs above the open. Are we doing that now? Are we doing it now? There it is. Above the open. Yep. Value area high from pre-market taken out. And that right before the regular trading hours open on the E-mini. High is, let's see, 38.14. I think we go take that out. But we run into T+2 or equity settlement, which is where you could see explosion past it, but most likely you'll see de-risking from institutions. So just an FYI if you trade the E-mini, be careful. This is It's a scary spot. Right up there with T+2. Do I think we're headed there? Yes, I do. But, all right. All right, Tesla. Here, let's turn off something here and make sure we have audio correctly. All right. Oh yeah, we have audio. That's good. And decent delay. All right, there you go, Tesla. Break it. Let's pop it like it's hot. What? You're shorting a breakout? How dare you, Mike? Yeah, I know. What can I say? I'm a contrarian. When all the bag holders were selling, I was buying. And when everybody's buying the breakout, I'm selling. It's all good. Fill me up, Buttercup. 14.4 thousand shares here bought. Breaking out. What does that say? Are they right or are they dumb money? Let's see. Still, I think there's stops above the 618 here, so we'll call it a stop zone here. Right there. Yellow for stop zones. Because if you followed me on my E-mini trading, I use footprint a lot. And yellow equals 95% bid or ask dominant volume at each tick. So I typically use yellow to denote stop zone. It just helps me to visually look at it. 10:30 though, feels good to be done with my day. That's one of the things about trading. Sometimes you get really short. Yes, you get really short days. There we go. Let's do this. A little bit in the way there. Right there. And super bullish on Tesla on the daily chart to bounce where it did. Look. Well, that fib is all over the place, but you see where it bounced here? Here, I'll zoom out a little bit more. So you see where it bounced? Right above the LVN? The LVN is 531. Right in the smack in the middle of it is 534, right? But it bounced at 539.5 or so, okay? So that is very bullish of Tesla. So, I'm just day trading this right now. So, did we fill on some more? I think we did. So anyway, that's something to note on a higher time frame, right? When you get that LVN pop and it's above, doesn't go into the right, even into the middle of it, it just starts to pop above it. That's when you gotta realize, hey, this thing is not bearish. Look at that. Anyway, this volume profile right here is just based on what's visible on the screen. So as I adjust this and you don't see something, it's not going to show up over here anymore. It's not calculating that. It's only calculating what's on the screen. See that? It's a nice way to know where to kind of zoom in and out and look at recent levels. So just a little volume profile trick. So Tesla chart looks very Bitcoin-esque, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Pullback, lower high, right? Ah, return to the right. This is the accumulation, right? This is, oh, we're in an uptrend. Smarter traders start to buy, and then this is retail. This is the new paradigm. Then you make the high, you blow off. You try to make a new high out of balance, you fail. You come back in, you pull back, you may have a nice bounce. Ah, return to the norm, straight up, right? This is the whole cycles, uh, investment cycles thing. You know, if you've ever seen that, sort of the bubble charts. Tesla's playing out to the T, by the way. Anyway, return to the norm, lower high, and then it sells off. What's happening? What's happening? Despair, despair, right? So maybe it keeps going. But that's a higher time frame chart. So along the way, there's nice levels here. Look at just my little stop zone here. 595 to 602. That's all I care about today. Just a tiny little stop zone. All right. I think I got filled a little bit more. So let's go back to the lower time frame. Anyway, it's good to be cognizant of higher time frame market cycles, right? So there's the little false break here to the upside. See, 599. Let's see. Chop everybody around. Nice V bottom here today. So, you know, might just rip even more. Who knows? But 200 SMA, pretty normal, and a downtrend to get some resistance there. So my time horizon for my swinging Tesla shares is about 2 weeks. So we'll see what it does. If it rips back to the upside, a few $100s, I'll sell. If we get 150 bucks out of it, I will sell. Because of that bigger chart, these things take time to play out. So, you know, next 1 to 5 years, Tesla will probably be all good. But if you're looking for really short term, like, you know, back to the moon kind of thing, I do think you're going to be a little bit disappointed. Those high time frame charts take time to resolve. All right, here's the time profile today for Tesla. All right, so long liquidation shape here. So yeah, a kind of a B profile. In let's see, I'll show you guys. In TPO trading, time profile opportunity, there are different shapes associated with what's happening for the longs or the short side. Okay, so if you get like a B like this shape, right, where this represents price, right, and then price spends time like this, so you get more of a B shape, then the longs are being liquidated, typically. More of a P shape, and it's not perfect always, but it can be pretty close. Anyway, so more of a P shape, then shorts are getting liquidated. All right. Oh, come on now. So P shape shorts, and then B shape longs getting liquidated. So on a day like, on a move like this, where you just get a ridiculous rate of change, this is a B shape. See that? It's a B shape. So the longs are getting liquidated today. So Yeah, might get some sort of relief rally like this, but you know, intraday I'm looking for the trap. Oh, I can hit escape to enter and to exit the pin, but okay, cool. And back to the highlight. There you go. So back to the low time frame chart. Oh, nice little pullback there, and bought back up. What? It's all right. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Distribute, I think. Or maybe accumulate, I don't know, but looks more like distribution, right? An attempt at a new high and then foomp, selling. And then let it climb back up and then sell it some more. That's what I think's happening. Short term. But, you know, I reserve the right to be wrong. Look at the E-minis just grinding those shorts. There's liquidity into T+2. But I think we're going to see a nasty wick. That's what's kind of why I'm not getting too eager here and entering here. I think we're going to get one more push just based on the E-mini structure, and I think everything's just gonna rip. The NYSE Nasdaq tick right now is giving sell signals. Just FYI. There's FOMO, and it's a strong sell signal. So just, it could go a little bit higher. It could even keep going, but it is something you want to be cognizant of. Right there, you go. Pop it like it's hot. Right up into the 20. All right. If we do get fill, we want a really nice fill into the 200 here. We'll watch Tesla V bottom and then rip it all out. So anyway, we'll put stops here. Just de-risk the whole thing above this. How many are we long here? Or short? 550? Yeah, that might get us out. Anyway. And the E-mini right at 1450, which is pre-market high. So what was that on? Decent volume, 20,000 contracts before the market opened. Right before the, what was it, the jobs number today or something. Slowing down. See that? Really slowing down here. Volume. Volume kind of starting to dry up a bit here. So let's see. Interesting. There it is. There we go, E-mini. Go take it out right here into 17. And we should get the Tesla break here. There you go. It is moving in harmony with the E-mini S&P 500 futures right now. Lockstep. So futures are a nice way to look at what's happening broadly. So little delay. Tesla's in a stop zone. Yeah, there we go. Come on, E-mini. T+2 right above. I want to see us pop to 38.20. And then for everyone and their mama to be short. That's what I want. Alright, you gotta be wrong too, so. Yay for the retirement account. Above 600. Oh my god, I love it. So we have a $65 rip from the lows on Tesla. Good day trade. You know, I wish I knew how to buy the bottom and sell the top. There you go. FOMO. Come on. There it is. I'm filling on the E-mini short, so. Into 18, 19, 20. Just scaled. Who does that? All right, let's go. All right, we'll get rid of that now. We'll go main. God, it's so nerve-wracking shorting T+2. There's just so much institutional volume that fills around there. It's like, you just freak the fuck out. It's like, what the hell am I doing? Am I trying to murder myself or what? But this is it. It's the zone. If you're a trader, you just kind of click and so anyway, at this point I'm short off 19 and a half on the E-mini, so let's take a gander and see if institutions de-risk to 38.05. Just one big wick. Anyway, back to Tesla here. Look at all those stops above. So support comes in around here. What are we long? Or short? Oh, look at that. 41. Coming down. Coming down. There you go. Da 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 da. You just de-risk right into the pullback. because you got a sweet entry. All right. Come on. All right, where are we at? 2,900? A little more. A little more. Don't make me chase. A little more. All right. Let's clean it up. All right, so 300. 100. All right, 1,000 short. Okay, that's comfortable. Hey, look at the E-mini pulling back right off of that zone. 38.20. Back to 13. Oh, here come the institutions. Sucks to be long. All right, let's cover. And cover some more. And cover some more. And lock some more in on the E-mini. You got such a nice entry at 19.5. You got to de-risk a little bit. You don't know what's happening, but I think we're gonna get a pullback from hell, institutional level. Sweet. Come to Papa. Little 5 points here. Fill some more. Now pull back a little bit. Trap them shorts. Trap them longs, I'm sorry. E-mini. Add to the short on the E-mini and the 17s. There we go. Come to Papa. And added. 200 lots at 15.50 is fodder. Dum-dums. Pretty strong up here, Tesla, but you know, markets don't go up forever. At least that's what I bet on. Let's see. There goes the E-mini. Back down. See, we filled 17s, so 14s, so we'll take it off right here. We'll de-risk it right into 14s. Yep, beautiful. I wish you guys could see this. It's a thing of beauty. But you can hear me talking about it. If any of you guys are E-mini traders. I'm giving what? Live signals 8 seconds after the fact? Still short. But de-risked that 17 ad, right? All right. So prior structure here is what a lot of people are looking at. So you get 1 impulse, 2 impulses, 3 impulses. So if you're an Elliott wave chartist, right, you'd be looking at a 135 impulse here, and Tesla is done for now. We're going to go sideways into the close most likely. That would be my guess, right? We also have this area, which is heavy resistance pre-market, right? See that? You see this area, how it just lines up so nicely with the 200 period moving average? This is why you don't get greedy, man. Look left. What's support? Where are stops, right? Where's the 200? Top of value right here. So anyway. You can make money in these markets by just looking at prior day structure. Because there are trap traders at 600. I mean, I bought, what did I say yesterday on the YouTube live stream? 601.87, right? And I got out live in the live stream after hours, the 30-minute candles. You remember the structure here? Here, let's look at it. A little easier to see the mouse with this yellow highlighter thing. Where is it? Right at 621, before all this happened, right? You guys remember I had a trend line on here, and I was talking it out in real time, right? Oh, nice little pop here from Tesla. I was talking it out, saying, look, this structure here at 621 begs to be broken, right? So, you know, had I bag held here at 600, 601, 602, which is where we are now, right, on these lows, on some fair volume, right? And I think there was some furus out there calling for 600, right? Nice round number. So had I bag held, what am I doing now? I'm trying to get the fuck out, right? At break even. So how many people are trying to get out at break even? So yeah, maybe we move a little higher, but it is more likely than not that we pull back on Tesla. It is a nice V bottom. Bounce is pretty damn strong at the moment, but sometimes it's wise to look at your bigger picture, like 30-minute time frame, and you could put something like a trend line on this whole thing or something, right? Something like that. Maybe we got resistance up here at 613 based on the trend line, but this is also heavy resistance all through here. These wicks here on this 30-minute candle, so 606, and then this was a buy zone here, the 655 to 606, based on volume profile over a higher time frame. So, you're going to get traders trapped there too. So, just that's some of my thought process there on Tesla. But the trade was buying the dip this morning on it, right above this long-term support. So, anyway. E-mini back up to the highs. That's all right. We just made a bunch of money on the E-mini for what? Shorting 19.5, and I covered a lot at 14. So I'm just going to let this run a bit, because these little intraday reversals take some time. We're right at 11 o'clock, so all the Wall Street fat cats come back from lunch. So let's see what they decide. Sushi boys, as I call them. I think the sushi boys are going to create some volatility here, is what I think. We're going to cover shares of 50 here. 50, there's 50, 50, 50. There you go. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. There's the E-mini pulling back. Pay me, bitches. You can't hear it, but profit order filled. I turned all that off, so it's not too distracting. What are we at? 850? Take some more off. Oh, terrible. We will go 500. we at 500 yet? Nope. There you go. Panic. Panic in the air. You gotta. Markets have to pull back to keep going up, guys. If you don't get pullbacks, then the failures look like Tesla on the daily chart or the weekly chart. Because you get all of that supply locked up by stupid investors. Okay? If you're long, what do you have to do? You got to sell to get out. Or you bag hold it, especially if you like the. All right, E-mini pulling back. Right on top of the 10. We will cover. 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 This is E-mini. A few contracts left. All right. Cover more. All right. Nice and subtle. Just cover. Small contract size, a little bit at a time. Right. Here's the rule of 3. See the 20 SMA right there? So let's see. Let's go get some liquidity. 1, 2, maybe 3 here. This didn't bounce quite on the trend line. See that? For those guys, for those of you who have followed me with rule of 3, I said that there's a scenario where you get 1, 2, and then the third, it bounces above. That's bullish. So now we're at it. Now we're going to see rule of 3 action. I say it like I know, but I don't really know. I've seen it 10,000 times. So POC below us now. And I'm long on the E-mini here at 07 and 08s with bids below the market. So I'm looking for a pop. Oh, Algo sense it. And 3 points. I'm out. 6 contracts left. Out at 11. Go hit the bid. Sweet. All right, get flat. Cancel all my orders. That's fine. You can pop all the way up to 14. But I'm out at 11. I took my 3 points there. That's a lot of points. Looking good. Okay. There's a fellow called VWAP Trader 1 on Twitter, and he wrote a really nice article that I read about knowing when to put the accelerator on in the markets and when to sort of take it off, when to be aggressive. And it doesn't mean throwing risk out, but man, it's kind of it references basically the idea that if you're an experienced trader, there are times to put risk on and put it on heavy. Right? And the key word there is, are you experienced enough to do that? Some people are not. We are going to put stops here. Why? Because when you get this kind of hesitation, you got to be wary. You do always want to see follow through. Let's see, 6.5, 300. Okay, that's fine. Gives us room. But Tesla should get pretty nasty here in a second. We just pop below. I do think we got all the shorts here. We'll see. I think well, not all. We squeezed a lot. But anyway, with the whole one, here's like this, right? Wave 1, wave 3, I think wave 5, right? And then this pullback is wave 2. This is 4, right? And then you look for an A, B, C kind of correction, right? That's Elliott wave. So we get the trend line here. There's liquidity below it. So we'll see. This would be a super healthy scenario for Tesla, right? Big green, 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 green is not healthy. You got to get rid of supply here. You got to get rid of it. And the best way to get rid of it is to let it pull back. Let it pull back. Get rid of some of that supply. Flush it. All right. And then, double dip it. Something like that. But it doesn't have to do that at all. Nice bounce off the 10 SMA there for the E-mini. So anyway, 1975 covering into 0708s. Like clockwork, huh? Who said these markets aren't predictable off these moving averages? They are, somewhat. If you go look at the E-mini chart that I'm looking at. Oh shoot, what am I going to show here? Anyway, we'll see here. Screen's doing weird things. I can't do that. Never mind. Let's look at that volume. Weak volume. So professional traders and algos just waiting to sell, make a lower high. Go find the liquidity here. That's what I think. Look at the E-mini and the T. Oh God, the T+2 on the E-mini is so beautiful. Chaz, if you're out there, my friend, I hope you are killing it with T+2 today. If you're listening. Come on. Come to Papa. Oh yeah, just a little stop run underneath those candles. That's nice. Yeah, we'll just de-risk. I want to see thump. Still could get it, but anyway, 350 short. The best moves are the moves that move with velocity, just whoosh. But there's a place for the patient play too. Anyway, down to 300. And can you do this with a small account? Yes, you can. You don't need, if you're scaling into a short from where I was here and then again up here, you could start with, if your max position size is 20 shares, you could start with 2 shares, right? How many of these platforms offer free commissions, right? I pay, but I like the smart routing for IBKR, Interactive Brokers. But you could add 2, right? And then say, oh, I'll fight for price just above the highs, add 2 more. And then, if your max position size is 20, say, well, I'm going to add the last 16 shares into the 200, right? And then where's your stop, right? Well, where did I have it? Above, all right, up here. So you can still play with the small account, right? Just because I'm on a sim and I'm adding 400 or 100 or whatever at a time doesn't mean I wouldn't do the same thing relative to my account size. So just saying. Anyway, would I be net long if we came through here? 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 5, 250? No. I will be, although, let's see. Although, just thinking about it here. Maybe I do want to be net long about here. So that's fine. We'll go 100 shares, and then we'll drop down a little bit more. Let's look at the volume profile. This is what happens when you get tick by tick data. I'm aggregating, I believe, quite a bit here on the ticks. I'm aggregating them in the study. The volume by price study here. Yeah, I'm actually aggregating by 10 ticks. So essentially 10 cents, right? Because a tick on Tesla is a penny, right? So I'm aggregating, but we could raise that up, and it'll clean up the volume profile just a little bit, and it won't be super inaccurate. See that? So low volume node in here where we're at, and then another volume node here. So, but again, you got the whole rule of three action happening. Let's go. Yeah, E-mini still trying to curl over here. Anyway, down to 150 shares. So maybe you did this with 40 shares, right? Instead of 4,000 or something. You could still be making money. You could still be up $100 on a short. Whatever. This is how you grind it out and make a living. And then over time, you build your account, and you increase your size accordingly. Taking risk. Anyway, let's put some stops up here. Don't treat this like a roulette wheel. Don't try to get rich that way. Don't risk too much. Anyway, here's the E-mini about to break 06, 07s. Let's look at the footprint. Yeah, volume building down there. Shorts trying to cover here. And longs mistakenly seeing that as strength. There it goes. Only short 50, so the E-mini broke that 06. Now we're coming into the 04s. And we're on a level of support here, so let's scale it in at 03. Alright. Are we in? Barely. Barely! You bastards. It's alright, we'll get out at 05s. Move it down. Move it down into the 01, 02, 03s. Are we long yet on Tesla? Yes, we are. But you're shorting the break, or you're going long the breakout. Well, most of these fail. Would have loved to short exactly up here and cover exactly in here, but that's not how trading works. You don't hit hole-in-ones when you go to the golf course and play a round or a few rounds. You don't expect that. So don't expect it with trading, right? Thank you. Perfect. Oh, I guess I gotta put this ketchup on. You're like, put the damn ketchup on your eggs. Give it back to me. Thanks. This is why trading is fun. Yes, it is. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Scale in, scale out, play the chop. Add lower as it breaks lower, whatever. 200 long. Let's get a wick. Let's get a big move. So another thing is, you see this as a 618 retracement. When you break above the 618 and then pull back like this, because retail loves shorting the 618, institutions love to find liquidity above it. So just an FYI, it tells you who's playing what. Here comes the E-mini. Come on, still not into my buy zone here. 0250 to 00s. Oh, I am long. I'm long 4 contracts. Huh. It's alright, we'll get out of those. Oh, the market doesn't like it. It runs away. 4 contracts? Are you kidding me? There we go. Out at 0575. Jeez. Talk about the algos were just front running 4 contracts. That's incredible to me. I finally just boom, took the 0575. That's where I was. I guess I was in from 03s. So 2.75 points on 4. It's all right. It's not bad. Oh, let's see. Tesla, what was the 50% retracement? How many shorts got in at the 50% retracement? So ask yourself that. Fair amount. So if they get into profit below that level, what do you think is going to happen? Cover. And then keep in mind, we're still in a downtrend. That's what this line is. Remember the 30-minute? That's what that is. Hey, I got filled on my E-mini to the long side here a little bit. All right. Come on. Come on. Let's see a pop to 10 on the E-mini. Let's see a pop to, I don't know, 591 on Tesla. Let's see what happens. Can I call it that well? We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong below the 20 on the E-mini. And then Tesla goes and pops what was the 50% retracement on this move back. So let's see. Maybe some liquidity, maybe some short covering. So that's where I'm looking. And the E-mini's grinding it out at the 03s. So whatever. I'm filled a little bit on the E-minis. So I like watching the S&P 500 with Tesla. It's nice. Get some nice correlation. What am I long? 200 Tesla? Okay, so let's. May take a little digestion here, but I think we might get 593s on Tesla. And scaling out. Got one fill there. When you're on a sim, Sierra chart does put you FIFO in the queue, first in, first out. So that's realistic. But in reality, a lot of HFTs, if you have resting liquidity on the book, they're gonna come get you. So I do this a little bit differently with the live account. I wouldn't put resting liquidity there. I just go into the DOM and pay the spread. Man. What is that? Sorry, I'm going to turn the mic off. I'm eating. yeah, I got my '03 buys on ES, and I got my 10s. So I'm out at 10s. And that is what is propelling Tesla up right now. So this is how I would do it if I were right on live account. I just go right in there and pay the spread. De-risk. And I would put some liquidity on the book here. Because if you get it, fine. Because at this point, when you start to rally, it doesn't matter. The shorts get nervous. So anyway, get out right there. Yep, see, there you get it. Look at that 20. Look at how it acts like resistance. See that? Man, I hope you guys are learning from this. Hey, default name. What a great name. When you subscribed to my channel, you were one of the people I remembered because I said, it says default name. And for some reason, it just made me smile. Sorry, I'm eating. My wife brought me eggs, so I have a bad habit of not eating when I trade because I get so into it. So anyway, we're in trend here. Watch. Right. And you know the whole rule of 3 thing. You see that? Boom, 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 and then you break it. There's liquidity there, but where's the liquidity going to? The 20. And that's where institutions like to de-risk short term. So it's kind of, if you know these little tricks, you know where to get out. See, that's more precise on the trend line. If you take the time frame and move it down, why do I have 1 and 5 minute? Shoot, this setup here. I've got several instances of Sierra chart running right now. I'm gonna get rid of these orders. Not comfortable when it breaks the rule of 3 like this, or the trend line for the 3rd time, and then it rejects. Typically go downtown. So I don't know where it's going to end up. I don't know if the 50 is going to be support, or you see this candle structure here, right? We'll put it as yellow because yellow are stops, right? But sorry, right there. That might be the target. You're going to find liquidity here, so big time. And then if you, yeah, let's see. Okay, we're now trending down, right? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, barely. This gets you trend down here because think head and shoulders, right? If you get one more push here, this is now a lower high, so you short this area if it curls down, right? Which was the stop zone. And then your expectation is you make a lower low. Well, this candle holds mega stops for the longs. So if you're a professional trader in an institution, you know that just by the structure. Shorts were getting squeezed out of the breakout. So you're going to let it fall here and buy that, essentially what becomes poor trade location for newbies who are still holding their longs from here, right? And they're just going to buy with their HFTs and then instantly move the book back up, and then you'll probably see a bounce. But what traders see is, oh, this is support, right? The top of these wicks. But that's what's going on behind the scenes. Oh, there goes the E-mini rolling over from the 10s. I'm short, and I covered right here into 0150. Stop zone. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Actually got long right into 0150, and I'm getting out into 04s. So 3 more points. Boom, out of the E-mini. Golly. This structure today is so predictable because of all of the volatility. So I see emotional traders everywhere. So all these little structure points where stops are, you can just play around those areas. Same thing as I'm looking at with Tesla. This same exact structure on the E-mini. I mean, the structures are slightly different, but the stop areas are the same. you guys do know that high frequency trading firms data mine Twitter, right? For calls. They do. You gotta be careful about following people's calls in real time that are data mined through Twitter's API. Anyway, people don't talk about that, but that's the future. Just FYI. It'll come out, and then people will change their tunes. But that's why I went from a bunch of followers to none. It's still a secret. That's not really a secret, but it's just not talked about a lot yet. Once it gets talked about, everything was going to change. You'll see. You'll always have the Twitter furus that are making hindsight calls. But you're going to get a lot more paid services. And I'm never going to do that, by the way. I'll only come on here, trade the sim, and hopefully be and maybe as the stream grows a little bit, be a little bit bigger community. We could all just hang out, talk about markets, and learn. But when liquidity kind of starts to dry up, I don't want to compete with anybody and make calls in real time, etc. I just want to make my money. And I know that the 8 or 10 second delay in volatility is not gonna, I don't have to fight for price. So, but in a slow market, I would absolutely never share what I was doing on the E-mini in real time, because that's like the equivalent, and I mention it over and over and over and over again, but it's like the equivalent of being at a poker table and whispering to whoever's on your left and right, hey, here's my tell. Here's my tell. All right, you could mix it up, but I have no desire to be dishonest. Right? I'm not that kind of person. There's a book that, and I don't agree with everything this guy says, but Sam Harris, it's kind of a philosopher kind of dude. Anyway, he wrote a book called Lying, and I wholly appreciate with his perspective about lying, that it's bad for society. I don't think we function well when we do that. So if everybody lied, we'd have no basis for truth and reality. Society wouldn't function, right? If the traffic lights lied to us, essentially, oh, green means red and red means green, or people essentially said, I'm not going to believe that, everybody would crash. So from a just watching Tesla here. So from a purely logical and practical perspective, not lying is important. Anyway, whole side note there. I'm just looking at this thing, trying to figure out what's going on here with Tesla. I don't like this. I don't like playing this zone on the E-mini or Tesla. I feel like it's worse than a C setup here. Like, you just have a pullback. Gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them, right? Yeah, that's not really channeling, is it? It's more like Something like this. That's channeling, but just in a weird way. It's like it's going to go hunt stops above this trend line again. So it's just chop, man. I don't want to play this. Even on a sim. Don't want to play it. Because we have essentially from this third trend line, we have a clean break. Oh, we'll do green. Because this trend line was a buy, right? And then we had this above the trend line, right? So that's a bullish kind of setup. And then into this stop zone based on structure, right? We got that above the stop zone. Went higher than I thought. And then now we're pulling back. So yeah, you know what? This is pretty typical, isn't it? Of 1, 3, 5, and then A, B, C, right? Or whatever. Maybe this is your target. It is typical, isn't it? If markets were just so clean. Let's see if it works out, but oh God, that's almost too picture perfect, isn't it? But markets do sometimes move in more predictable ways when more emotion is involved. Because people do things out of more instinct oftentimes when they're in a higher emotional state. So, and we're in volatility here. Things that make me go, All right. Short squeeze kind of structure here. I don't know. We'll make it yellow right there. It's that candle structure. So often, you see how you had the short squeeze and then you had a big squeeze? So when you get this, it doesn't always just pull back and correct it. Shorts are getting squeezed. You can think of that. In real time, shorts are hurting. So it often goes for a few candles. So yeah, maybe we do get that A, B, C correction. Yep. Maybe. Anyway, you got 1, 2. This is not a third. This is the third. And we're just, anyway, that channel just screamed to me short term. Come find liquidity just above it. And still at the 20 and overhead 10, right? See how the 10 here curls up over the 20, right? And you get traders already anticipating. The algo's already saying, reversal. And so that's why you get the buying here. You see that? So all of a sudden you get, because after this one it starts to cross. So then that's when you get the buying here in this candle. So you get the 10 crossing over the 20. So just a very short-term reversal. And then, obvious resistance, so they take profit. But so higher volume there. I don't know. This volume's kind of lower on this pullback. Looks healthy. The E-mini is racing back up at the moment. So who was it? Tony Batista did a study of, when you make greater than 2 sigma moves or 2 standard deviation moves, and we start to go into 3 standard deviation moves, that the probabilities go up that the market moves in the direction of the move that's, I guess deviating deviating more than 2 standard deviations. So essentially momentum is a motherfucker, right? Don't discount momentum. Don't step in front of the train. So the E-mini already retraced 100% of the move today from 38.15 all the way to 37.28. And Tesla is not quite there. It's relatively weak structurally. compared to the E-mini, but if you look at the daily, obviously Tesla looks a lot shittier than the E-mini does. The E-mini has better risk reward for the shorts, whereas Tesla probably better risk reward for a long at this point, short term. So I'm trying to square that mentally. If the E-mini pushes a bit more, where's resistance? Rising tide raises all ships. Okay. So if the E-mini pushes to 38.40s, which it could, and that would be another kind of heavy resistance. We also have a little bit of resistance above 23, 24, but it's getting there right now. Should have held that long off of 01, 02, but anyway, hindsight trading 101. Don't do that. All right, so you get the squeeze candle. Is it another squeeze candle? Let's look. Let's zoom in. Small little wick, but it's essentially still kind of a squeeze candle. Wait, is it? Yeah, we got a small little wick there, so not a complete squeeze candle. Anyway, coming into resistance here, right there. These things like to go break here, and then they go a little higher, and then if they make a new high, then well, maybe you're fucked. But right, then your trend line short term is this, right, and then it makes a new high here, and then maybe pulls back, something like that, maybe right in this area. See how there's confluence with that 30-minute trend line overhead, and then there's also confluence with this. So you maybe, if it gets there, you might hit some stops here, or it breaks out, which I don't care. I am long Tesla on the retirement accounts, so rather my wife is long on one of hers, and I'm long on mine as well. So I've just been buying into this area. Do a little differently with the retirement accounts. I just buy levels, and this was a level here, so it was nice. Just scaled in. Didn't get total fills, just scaled all the way through that zone. So got some, but not a lot. But that's okay. On one of them, I went and bought. So it's a pain in the ass. I mainly log in through my phone and buy. So it's like I just market buy. Why? Because I don't have time to mess around with it and put a limit in that maybe doesn't get filled. And it's such a higher time frame thing, so 'tis the way I do it. Anyway, some resistance here, so we'll see. If it makes a lower high, it's weak, right? If it goes and pops the stops, and makes a lower high relative to this, it's still weak, but then if we reject, the rejection will be a lot more harsh. So if I was looking for the short side, I would want it to reject here and then big red candle. I might fight for price here. But again, the E-mini's moving quick, so it's up 20 to 26. So the E-mini will find resistance at 38 to 40-ish, right? So Tesla's moving relatively weaker than the E-mini at the moment. So it may grind up here. But again, you know, larger structure for Tesla is pretty scary. So anyway, let's fight for some price here. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50 into those wicks. So if we get it, we get a good entry. And then your risk isn't too bad. If you make a higher high, whatever, I'll stop. Something like that. And the E-mini just keeps breaking out. 27s. Tesla. The rising tide of the index is raising all the ships. Tesla's a big fucking ship now. So let's see if we get a stop here above this level. Foomp! Up to here. Getting any fills here is just gravy if you can get it. Right? It's precise though. So longs are like, oh, I want to take profit here. So they're taking profit. No fills? Really? There you go, 50. I want something. Anyway, more squeezy structure. See that? Hey, another fill. Right here. Right here. So far right here. So might blow off into this area. We'll see. It's squeezy, so you gotta watch that in real time. But 1, 2, 3. Okay, all the dunces see this. All the idiots. Oh, it's obvious. 1, 2, 3. Right, 3 white soldiers. Whatever you want to say. But it does indicate shorts are getting squeezed. But again, it's third candle. Rule of 3. Now on a daily time frame, Marty Schwartz, the legend, says if you get 3 daily bars, by the third day the smart traders are selling, and all the people who only recognize the obvious are starting to buy. So let's see if this is the obvious candle. Probably is. Trading is all about tricking the dumbest and least capitalized traders short term and then letting them capitulate in the wrong direction of the trend. Anyway, the E-mini rejected, oh no, not rejected, is at 29 and pulling back a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, you do have some structure there that could support a pullback on the E-mini. So yeah, probably get it on Tesla. Tesla's relatively weaker, so. But anyway, a lot of breakout traders are going long here for trend. They're like, oh, the breakout, look at those candles. It's all right. I'll sell. I'll short into that and see if the entry is decent. Again, if I had too many people following me, right? Let's say I had 1,500 people on YouTube all taking the same trade, and it was small size, the algos might sense that and try to push it up. And I guarantee you that institutions keep track of multiple brokers and the shorts available. And so they can deduct in real time, hey, X amount of traders are going short here. Let's see if we can push it a little bit higher. But what I'm doing is a little non-standard, isn't it? I'm not trading the breakout, right? Oh, hey, we made a new high here. I recognize that most of retail does the opposite here. So let's see. But that is part of why I would never want a large Twitter following. And hence, I will reduce that shit as soon as I get to a certain number. Maybe go private or just clean it out again. And quit posting any real-time shit. Just come on here. As long as there aren't a lot of people on, you know, keep sharing. But I get on here because I love the markets, man. I love the markets. And this is super entertaining to me. And I'm done making money for today. So E-mini pulling back a little bit. We got a sell signal on the NYSE NASDAQ tick. Just right there. Just now. In other words, a little too much FOMO short term. It could be a sign of strength and breakout, but given the move, I lean towards selling into it. If that went here, right? If you got like a big whatever, a short signal from the NYSE NASDAQ tick here, then I'd be going long. See how that makes sense? It's context dependent. But we're getting it here. So new 5-minute bar. So let's see if they print it a little bit higher here. That way you still get a long signal, and then the bidders line up and they sell into it. Let's see. right. E-mini is consolidating right in the 23 to 28 range, and the E-mini is pulling back. So let's see. Are the bidders all lined up? I don't see level 2 here because I'm integrated with Sierra chart. If I had interactive brokers, I'd see the level 2 and see what the bids were lining up and doing. But I think I can read the candle action and what's happening relatively on this structure, right? We already got liquidity up above this left shoulder, so we'll see. A common move is to go stop everybody here too. So it's possible I just go lose money here. That's okay. All right, there's a few different patterns that play out here. So totally fine. You gotta say, well, I'm willing to be wrong, and maybe it breaks out and comes all the way up to here. At which point you look for another entry and try to read the price action here. What does it look like? Right? Do you get these huge orders, 5 to 20,000 shares hitting here, and it goes nowhere? So HFT, high frequency trading, large institution absorption. And that's what you're looking for. So like right now, you're kind of looking for, you get another short squeeze candle here. Anyway, you're looking for big order size to come through and for price not to move up. Now, and then any of the sells, if they're big in this area and it doesn't really pull back all that much. So here we go. See how the selling comes in 1,000 lots and it instantly pushes it back? Longs are hurting. So you can see that just from the tape. See that? A little absorption here from shorts, but right? And then some buying, but it's still moving down, down, down. So anyway, you're getting the bids stacking up here from the structure. And the E-mini's pulling back. So support on the E-mini right now, short term, is 38.21. Okay, so you just like maybe here on Tesla, it's a tricky spot. You just take off 400, like take off half your position, right? Take off a little more. There you go. It's all right. You're winning. Right? So now what? Okay, we're at 200 short. But now, if I'm right, let's get rid of some of these stops and move them up to break even. Okay. Hey, you know what? Just cancel all. Okay. So we're at 200. So let's put 2 stop losses here and here. They're now both in profit, but see that? Well, I want to let this motherfucker ride. Yeah, pardon my French. I trade like a dirty sailor sometimes. Now, if this comes back and it just rips to the upside again, it might just be a healthy pullback, right? So you just kind of keep the scenario open. Based on the travel of this candle, it looks bad for longs. So let's see. And the E-mini pulled back and it bounced off the November 2020 trendline lows at 38.19. Okay, so that trend line on the daily chart is a daily rule of 3. And so you are going to see, most likely, you're going to see some institutional level mega fuckery around that trend line. So it's going to pierce it up, down, back around. And traders are going to be like, what the hell is happening? Well, they're just going to say volatility. But rule of 3 on the daily trend line for the E-mini. I'll show it to you guys here. Here, let me get on to Sim here on my main account. All right, here you go. I'll show you. See that? See that trend line? 1, 2, 3. So what did we do? We came back down, violated it. Now in the daily, coming right back into it. Holy fuckery, huh? Look at all that liquidity. And then short term, if you go look at the structure, you realize what's happening. See that? That's that trend line. I share the trend line from that daily chart. Right there it is, right there. And then you see the T+2. Right? This is institutions who bought shares 2 days ago. They settled the funds, then they're available for leverage trading. That's the level from 2 days ago. So shares that they bought 2 days ago on the close, on the cash close, because it's the highest volume of the day. That's why it's T+2 cash close. They were bought right here. Why do you think you get this? And then back up, and then back, what, maybe back through? Anyway, it's an area of, right now, on the daily, what the majority of trendline traders are thinking is, we had a fake out. We had a fake out right here. We tried to break, and now we're coming back into the trend line. And they're being all precise about it, right? Where in reality, they're probably going to just chop the hell out of people in the next few days. Yeah, it could be a false breakdown if we close up in here or something, right? Got to close at like 38, 45, 50, which is short term. Look structurally above this. Then the shorts just lose their minds, right? And the bulls get bold, probably. So that's why I say 38, 40 something. Okay, but right now we're in this, we're going to just fuck around with you zone. So we'll see. That's where I'm at with it. Bring on the volatility. I'll take 3 points times number of contract sizes all day long. I'll take it. Anyway, that candle looks scary when you're all zoomed in. So, like, oh, big rejection after 3 green candles. But again, 20 SMA, 10 SMA. It's, you know, we're doing the flip back and forth thing. You know, it's just a moving average based on price, not volume, just based on price. But you see how you can use that and not even use VWAP here, right? My levels are probably better than VWAP. Let's add VWAP, watch. Remember, when something's overused, it's gamed. Look at VWAP. Did it matter here? Oh, you could say, well, it mattered here, right? But you could say structure here is what mattered more. Did it matter here? Maybe. Anyway, sometimes I like to just take VWAP off because I probably would have shorted this if I was uber focused on VWAP. Then I just would have got wrecked. So, oh yeah, maybe stop above VWAP, but still, this thing was moving so hard. Anyway, still like the 572s. Let's go. A, B, C correction. We'll see. With a, I know you guys all like Head and Shoulders. Let's see. Left, head, elevated right shoulder to trick everybody, to get all the breakout traders above this. So, all right, and then here, oops, that was ugly. Resistance, maybe something like that, into the close. I don't know. It would be healthy. Sell it down on volume. Go get this level after hours. Stops like crazy there. That's what I'd like to see. But I don't know we're going to get that. Anyway, 200 short, you know, another 1,200 bucks, whatever. The stop so far has been good. You see the volume right here? Right there, little volume node. Oh, I'm still in pen mode. Jeez. All right, let me drag this over. All right. Where does that correspond? Is that today? Yeah, it's right here. It's today. See that? Right there. There was volume. Volume. So I was looking at this one, and that's here. That's today. See that? Volume right there. So yeah, if you want to go break that area, that high volume area where there's bodies, and stop me out, that's fine. I'll take it on the chin. Admit I'm wrong. No. As my 3-year-old says, no worries, Daddy. No worries. We don't know where he learned that from. Must have been one of his TV shows. But she's not watching much TV anymore, but he all of a sudden started to just say it all the time. No worries. No worries. With the rolled R, it's pretty cute. No worries. I take care of it, Daddy. So when orders fill here on Sierra chart, my wife's voice is... No, when orders are placed, it's my wife's voice. Order placed, order placed. Took her a few times to get that right. She was saying it too slowly. Order placed. And if you place multiple orders, it's like the delay is so crazy. But I like her voice because it reminds me, hey, why are you doing this? To provide for your family. So take it seriously. Frame everything you do because it's a job. This is what I do for a living, is I trade from home. So I take it very seriously, which is why I'm on a sim right now, because I have a less than stellar track record into the close. And why is that? Because TA means less sometimes into the close. When institutions get a piece of information, right? When the president whispers in their ear, hey, there's going to be a news conference and we're going to announce something today. It doesn't matter. Your TA doesn't matter for that. So that's why I think I'm less accurate into the close. There's more randomness, more volatility. What is that? Butterfly theory. Except the butterflies, the federal government and politicians, all talking to the biggest firms through their aides, through their encrypted phones. Such an old game. Nothing's changed. The technology's gotten better. So anyway, let's see if we get stopped. It looks like we're gonna get stopped here, but whatever. 50 and 50. Let's go here and here. Yeah, because we're 200 short. So let's just stop all of it here. I was gonna stop some, like just 100 shares, but because I think there will probably be volatility into the close. But I can always re-enter this trade. And I might even get a better entry. So, but locking in profit when you're uncertain it's okay. Maybe I should just do that. Hey, there you go. Down to 100. We'll keep it. We'll keep it open in case I don't know what the hell I'm talking about in terms of it looks like it's gonna pop. So there goes the E-mini screaming back to the upside here. All right, there's that volume area, right? We're literally 40-50 cents above that big volume area right here. So we're using it as protection. Doesn't mean they won't hunt stops, but you know, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if that's the ticket. Just below. So if you're long, you're already like, well, and you use volume profile, right? There it is. You're probably going, well, I think if I bought this dip, I'm probably taking profit into that. But they like to move it beyond that. See? There you go. All out. That's okay. This is where you go back and second guess yourself. Oh shit, well if I recognize it here, maybe I should have got out. Well, guess what? I don't know the future, so. I just try to trade like I do. But it's just all a probability game. And then at certain points, you know, for me, the probability goes down and then I get on a sim. That's just how it is. So the fact that I'm playing on a sim calling it right doesn't mean that these are A plus setups. The A plus setup came here and on big size, so you know I made good money. That's what it comes down to. I don't like pissing my money away in the chop, but what I do like to do is get on a sim and talk it through, keep my mind active and curious like a little kid, and stay interested and connected with the markets. And the more you guys talk to me, the more I'll share some of my inner thoughts right now. You know, I can't even think of what to talk about right now. It's a little challenging for me. Almost losing my voice here. Time to what is it? One of the benefits of working from home is you get to hear your wife and 3-year-old giggling together while they're playing. I don't know if you guys can hear them in the background. It's pretty cute. It makes me happy, especially like, you know, on a day, you know, not every day. We don't make money every day, but I've made money every day this week. So like on a week like, you know, I'm feeling good about what I've done this week, and it's like, and then you have your family there. It's just like there's just nothing like it. Anyway, all right, the E-mini is going for it. The nicey Nasdaq tick is giving a sell signal right now. Really? No fills? Oh, news. I got a news alert. Let's see. Robinhood chooses Nasdaq for its IPO. Robinhood. Jeez. More IPOs. Is the age of FOMO back? Are they IPOing because the markets are about to rip? Let's see. Yep, still a nicey Nasdaq tick sell signal. So let's see how high it goes. E-minis they have good structure. Short-term structure has good structure. You know, pull back, holding the prior high as support, but the cumulative deltas for the E-mini are flat while it moves up. So, you know, we might have too many short-term traders right now looking, and this is kind of a cup and handle-ish kind of thing, right? Or we could just say it's a higher low, right? So trending up, so you know, would expect it to make a higher high now. So I got faked out here. But anyway, looking at the cumulative deltas for the E-mini, flat. I don't know, these moves, when you get the disbelievers towards the close, sometimes they lead to big moves. So let's see. Tesla still relatively weak. And let's see. I don't know if you guys are familiar with classical charting patterns or a lot of them. What's this? Not that clean, is it? Bump, bump, bump. Anyway, it's a kind of a diamond pattern. Kind of. You would want to see the pattern look more like this, actually. Something like that. And then a breakout. That's a diamond. They can be revert. Oh, let's see. Let's put the right color on it to give it contrast. Oh. They can be reversals. They call them diamond reversals, or they can be continuation. And if they're continuation, they lead to explosive moves. So Tesla could have just built strength here and foosh, straight up to the upside. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and flatten this bad boy. I don't like it. And I'm wrong on this trade. So that's okay. If it reverses, that's okay. You know, I think I'm wrong, so you get out. You don't hesitate. Just, you've identified it and get the fuck out. Being egotistical and what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I've got my YouTube live stream chat off. I don't know if you guys are saying anything. Oh, being egotistical and stubborn with trading is just stupid. If you think you've identified you're wrong, right, and for various reasons, just get out. Live for the next trade, right? Small losses, look at the P&L, right? Oh, here, let's do something fancy. Look at the P&L. Is that it? Pointer focus? Nope. Look at the P&L, right? In dollars, okay? It was up to what, 15 or so? What, take a $400 or $500 loss? That's fine. If you're wrong on this move, whatever. You could always get back in. But anyway, big winners, small losers. That's how you play. Look at me over here. Using my fancy software. It's not anything crazy. It's a pointer focus. That's all it is. It just works well. It's one of the few pointer tools that gives you different things that you can do, like magnification, right? There it is. That kind of thing. Oh, you want to see the time and sales? Right. Gives you magnification. Gives you, pen with magnification if you want. Right. You could even do the spotlight with the pen, with magnification, with the yellow around. You could do keyboard strokes where the keyboard will show up down here. So if I'm typing something and I want people to see it, it's more for presentations. It was only $12.50. Anyway, let's get rid of that. All this garbage. So yeah, it's got the pen, magnifier, and then like the little highlighter like this, which I like just for myself. I use this cursor. The E-mini is pulling back a little bit. It's not weak though. It's just Tesla is a lot more volatile right now. When I say volatile, it's weaker, right? It moves to the downside a lot faster with any E-mini pullback. But the E-mini is still strong, so God, I almost wanted to get back in on that short. Also important to judge the price action on a name on its own merit. So I do want to be short Tesla. Guess what? I do. Why? I think it's going to range. I think we're going to come into this zone. So let's see. And I think that traders are going to use this trend line as a buy point into the close. That's what I think. And I think it's going to rip it. But we have this one too, so who knows. Here, let's color this one yellow. A little bit more contrast. Yeah. I'm going to play range with Tesla. That's it. That is my thesis. So I'm wrong point, right? So if we break value, we'll maybe break to here. So my get out and I'm wrong point is here. So we're going to go, how many shares would I be short? 50, 200. So we're going to say it's just a 200 share stop right there. Where's my profit? Here, right? So if I get filled, I'd be short from here. So let's look at our risk reward profile. Stop here, right? If we fill up here, it'd be about here is our entry, and here's our take profit. Now, might we not get that? Oh, let's do this. There you go. Might we not get this at 2-to-1 risk reward? Might we not get that? Yeah, absolutely. But that's what I'm playing. So I'm going to hold out for that. Might do a squeeze after hours because some big down days on Tesla. But I'm gonna fade this thing back to POC. Is what I'm doing. And you notice if this is rule of 3, right? 3 taps of a trend line, 2, and then I don't know, we come back out and we push up above it. I'm fading the breakout of the rule of 3 is what I'm doing. So we'll see. Right now the entry's here and the stop is here, but if it moves up and it fills, then my entry will be around the white dot. So anyway, that is what I'm playing. The E-mini is starting to pull back, so yeah, it is pulling back. Wouldn't be surprised if we come back to 38.20 on the E-mini right now. Oh, time to get out of sim mode on the E-mini. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Golden Rose, what's cracking, man? Are you short on ES or MES? Because normally you play MES, right? I'm just curious, with volatility, are you playing a bigger contract? You don't have to tell me. I'm just asking. I'm curious. Jeez, man. Volatility. Volatility's up. That's when you play smaller. Just FYI. But you see, guys, what I'm talking about? And Golden, I'm going to use you as an example. Sorry. Um, when the volatility is higher, folks play with larger size, and that's the opposite of what you should do. You should be playing smaller size, wider stops, and then you'll be less emotional. You might still be right, but if you're trading that way, you're treating the markets like a slot machine. In other words, when the volatility is higher, you say, well, oh, bigger gain, but it's also bigger loss. So that's not a good long-term way to play. So I don't mean to offend you, Golden Rose, but real talk here. I'm just gonna just talk about it a little bit. So thank you for sharing. I do appreciate that, man. If if you were paying me for a service and I was afraid of losing your membership, I probably wouldn't have said it like that. I probably would have made a note and then told you a few days later after you won on the trade. I would have said, I'm glad you won, but shit, my man. Anyway, would have been a little bit more charming about it, but okay, cool, man. I'm actually just trying to be helpful because I used to play that way. Markets get volatile, and then I just, you have some really good days and you have some worse days with that, and it's not a long-term strategy. So whatever. I shorted the E-mini on my regular account at 33, so. But it's looking like it wants to hold the 2850s, so we'll see. I already got out half of that, so I'm just like, eh. It's still meandering up. Tesla's nice. Tesla's working in my favor. I wish I would have got these contracts filled, but whatever. As a matter of fact, if we come back into this area then pop, I don't want to be 200 shares short. I want to be only 50 shares short. Why is that? Because pullbacks give rise to cleaning out inventory, cleaning out supply. So anyway, that's why I got rid of that. It turns into a lower probability short when you pull back and then come in, because now you got fuel for the rally. So just FYI. Hey, the E-mini's coming down a little bit. Let's go look at the footprint here. Yeah, E-mini's on support here at 27, 28. I am covering. I'm going to flip a little long here. Yep. And out of the long. That is crazy, man. An easy 3 points, but it's a high probability 3 points, dude. Man, that's insane. I got filled right in 2750, and then I'm just out 3050. Like, that's crazy. Just 3 or 4 contracts and you're good, man. You can just really nice. Anyway, don't you realize that this feed is like delayed 8 to 10 seconds, so with this volatility you get that move in like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. So I wouldn't try to rebuy levels that I've already bought. I'm just telling you. I'm actually happy for all the people that shorted Tesla and have been adding to their short. When all the bears are right once in a while too, it gives fuel for the markets to oscillate in wonderful and more predictive ways. We'll say more predictive, not totally predictive. Yeah. The E-mini is strong. Guess what? I want out. Get me out. That's fine. Wait, plus 150. What did I just do? Oh, it was for 200. I'm long now. Well, that's okay. Now I'm not. Don't you love it when you make a mistake and still make money? That's stupid. Yeah, that was a 200 share stop. I didn't adjust it down to 50, which was my position. Anyway, I knew I didn't want to be long anymore just because of the E-mini action. Or short, sorry. Didn't want to be short on Tesla. I think the E-mini's about to go try for the 40s. That's what I think. Hey, you too, Golden. I appreciate that, man. It's kind of cool because I'm entertaining myself here, and then I'm happy if you guys are entertained too, because then it adds a little bit of there's that social dynamic going on. Nothing more than that. This is never going to turn into anything paid. I know I keep repeating myself, but I just want to make sure people know that. So if people start getting rude or acting like I owe them something for trying to anticipate I'm going to be a business, just don't go there. If people get rude, if I can, I'll block them and then just move on. Try to have a nice, safe space for trading here and just enjoy the markets together. Anyway, I'll get rid of this. This Tesla short is not an example of me taking profit because I'm in profit. It's an example of me actually changing my mind. Right? So that's something to differentiate. Same with the E-mini, it just made a new high and rejected. I'm getting short right now. I am 16 contracts short at 35 on the E-mini. So covering half here at 30 and a half. Got it. I'm using the E-mini primarily right now to help me trade Tesla. Because the E-mini is giving signals. Doesn't always work out like that, but it's working out like that today. So highly correlated, and you get signals on Tesla, which is relatively weaker. So, but anyway, with Tesla, in hindsight, I could say, well, maybe I should have held the short and kept the stop. But I actually changed my mind, and I do that when I think I see the markets differently, and I try my darndest to be aware in the moment. Uh, if I'm having a short term, sorry, I'm looking here at the E-mini. Yep, taking off another quarter. 4 left. That's fine. Stop is 34.75. If I stop, I don't care. It's a winner, no matter what. If we run to the downside, fine. I just see a little bit of strength here on the E-mini, so let's see. Volatility might get me. They pooled liquidity to 35s. Oh, no, there you go. Back down. We'll see. It's volatile. But anyway, this is I just want to try to be clear about this. Like, this is I've changed my mind, and it's not because I'm in profit and I just want to take profits too early, right? This is a sim, right? I'm trying to think this out in real time and not be biased with the fact that, traders have bad habits and like to take profits before their target. It has nothing to do with that. I simply changed my bias here because of the pullback. I think it's coming back up to the upside. Might it come down here first? May it hit my it may actually hit my target. I don't know. But I changed my opinion and I tried to act quickly on that. So same with the E-mini. And you just if you're able to have an opinion about the price action short term like that. Yeah, see, I'm out. I'm out of the E-mini. Stopped. That's fine. If you're able to have an opinion about the price action short term and change your mind and recognize that you're not just being biased by poor trading habits, then you should do that. And then catalog it, journal it, write it down, whatever you got to do, and then look back and say like, okay, from an objective point of view, why was I right or wrong to do that? Did that make sense? I think in real time I'm using the right rationale, but it also helps to review things too. So the more experienced you get and the more you're able to control your emotion, i.e., psychology is the most important, for me, as I've said over and over. The more you're able to trade calmly and assess yourself realistically, the more successful you're apt to be. Where's Rocket? $25? Starbucks 105? Strong still. Man, what is the symbol for Taiwan Semiconductor? Is it TA? TS? I can't remember. I'll go look it up real quick. There it is, okay. TSM, dang it. Wasn't even close. Thanks, default name. Appreciate that. I wish I could hit right click and just add insert. Whatever. Anyway. TSM. Oh. There it is. It's all sorted anyway, but because I'm so used to Thinkorswim and other platforms where it's easier to add symbols. Don't like to scroll to the bottom and then there's not even a new line here. Well, maybe I could change that. But I'd have to remember each time to add a new line. Yeah, no, never mind. Anyway, let's go look at TSM. Sorry, if you're on the feed for Tesla, apologies. I just want to look at TSM here. I realized that I didn't give it much attention this weekend. Oh, really? Alright, there you go. Yeah, major blow off. Breakout, fail, break the bottom. Ooh, baby. Coming back up into support. Decision time here. Someone gave me the hot tip to buy this stock when it was here. Someone who knew something about it. And I said, well, I don't trade off hot tips. I didn't tell him that. I said, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But sheesh, were they ever right? I did buy 89s and I sold 91s. Larry Tentarelli would not be happy with me. Sheesh capiche. Look at that thing. Above the 50 SMA. Larry's thing is when it dips below the 50, you get out. And then wait for it to reclaim the 50. And Larry Tintorelli is an awesome, awesome trend trader. Kind of like a hero of mine. Anyway, back to Tesla. Sorry about that. He's a hero in that he does something better than I can do right now, I think. I don't know. I'm competitive and I think I could do it, but he certainly does it better than I do. E-mini curling back up. Fakey, fakey. Holy cow. Yeah, you see that strength in the E-mini right from that pullback, right? It's that fake out. But you know, the whole here, let's get back to a sim. I'm not in the E-mini anymore. Okay. We're back on the sim. Okay, so this whole fake out kind of move, it's become meme-ish, right? Short that. And the E-mini is just like it's the oh yeah, look at that. Sell. So above 2000. But you got to be careful because it's a breakout. So it tried, it faked out, and now it curled back up, showing strength. So they might just be buying the close and then shredding stops into the 50s. Very likely. What? Because we have that structure over here at 42 to 44 that just beckons. Oh, come get all the liquidity. Right? And look at the cumulative deltas. Still nice and high, but flat. All right. Price has done this. Sorry, if you're on the feed for Tesla, I'm switching right now real quick. Cumulative delta's done that. It's a divergence. It's showing strength of sorts, possibly. So, anyway, this has become a meme-ish, sorry, a meme-ish kind of a move where you get a fake out, it breaks down. It used to be that this kind of move would always result in people, you know, retail getting totally caught up here, right? And they would all just they'd like go long. But now retail investors have become a little bit more well, there's more futures traders and there's more information out there. So now you get the breakout, the break back down, breaks back up again, right? And look at the deltas, right? The deltas suggest, okay, what we can already see on the book, which is low liquidity. And if it's low liquidity, the HFTs, they move the book and move the liquidity faster than you or I can see it. And they will fill on those spreads so fucking fast. And that's why you get cumulative delta diverging all kinds of ways. It's because it's an HFT dominated book. They're probably providing 80% plus of liquidity. But they do it so fast. They're well connected directly to the CME servers with just about no latency. So they can get in and out much faster than, you know, someone like me on a CQG routing. The Denali TT fix, Trading Technologies fix, was way better, and my entries were better. So Denali TT fix, I read somewhere on a Sierra chart forum, and I don't, you know, can't validate what the guy said, but he said that what he's measured is that it's 13 ms round trip for TT fix and around 200 ms for CQG routing. So that is substantial, and that kind of, I can corroborate that because I had like 1.5 points of slippage when I stopped out yesterday, where I've never had that bad of slippage with TT fix. And I've had CQG through Sierra chart give me some error saying you're placing too many orders too quickly. You've exceeded the order amount limit for CQG, and it was just like an instant kind of notification, and I could instantly place orders. But I spammed too many orders; they got overloaded. So it's anyway. My point is that HFTs don't have that limitation. So all right, you see, everything's kind of ticking up. So they're hitting the ask here. But it's consolidation. Doesn't matter that it's at the end of the move. It's consolidation. It's not bar, 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 bar going straight up and then you get that sell signal. Then you have a pullback. No, you're getting sideways, 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 and then they're hitting the ask. So, well, whatever. Little sidebar there to Tesla. So anyway, Tesla's still weak relatively to the S&P. So 12:30 on a Friday afternoon. Actually, I'm interested in listening to some Otis Redding, sitting on the dock of the bay or something, but I get shut down by YouTube in a hot minute. So no music. I'm tired of getting all these feeds taken down. Even though I do copyright free music. Bastards. It's alright. I'll listen to the music. You guys don't get to listen to it. No music for you. Let's see. Yep, that's off. Okay, let's do it. Got to be careful because I've had a good day, and sometimes you listen to music, gets you all pumped up, and then you think you're Superman into the clothes, and you take a position and you just piss it away. So what I'm thinking about as I go to listen to music. God, look what 4:30. This is what I'm listening to. If my voice is louder, I'm probably yelling. Anyway, sorry guys. Right here. Stranded, reaching out. I call your name, but you're not. God, I just love that song so much. I have an unhealthy obsession with that song. I'm probably talking louder because it's so loud in my headphones. All right. Maybe I'm talking more normally. Probably not yelling anymore. Part of why I like that song is it talks about don't let me down. And I apply it to the markets and my knowledge of the markets. I'm like thinking to myself, don't let me down. But it just inspires me for some reason. It's like, yep, don't let me down. Let's go. Pump it up. Golly. I fucking love trading. Who fucking loves trading as much as I do? Anybody? I love it. Oh, I start swearing and people get off the channel. Sorry. Look at the E-mini here. Yes, sir, Christopher. Check it, my friends. Check it before they wreck it. You see that? Anyway, nice two-way market. You had opportunities to get out at break even if you shorted, but not on the E-mini at 37.70. You shorted there, you are screwed. And that's where a lot of people shorted because that was T plus 1 or yesterday's close. Some of my family even knows. Some of my family knows. Don't get him started on trading. I try to control it, but it's hard. So many screens open. Jeez. Happy life back. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, trading is a little bit like gambling. Except, you know what I love about trading is over time, you can't lie. It's like science, right? 274 lots at 38.75 for the E-mini, by the way. You know, I know you guys are, some of you are here for Tesla, but that's going away. So we're going to transition screens. Sorry, I'm an E-mini trader through and through, first and foremost. Let me get rid of all this. Studies, trade, tools. All right. Bye, Tesla. Here we go. Let's pop it. This is where you just, it's all right to buy. Most undercapitalized traders will not buy this area. They're like, nope, ain't touching it. But this is where the big boys buy typically. And girls, big boys and girls. All right, there we go. See the absorption? It's all right, you can take profit as it goes up. Buy pullbacks, sell rips. It's all good. Make it happen, but we're going. See? See how the Nasdaq's giving you a sell signal? Ignore that. Probably going to pop this upper trend line, and then we sell some. See? Who's buying here? Goldman Sachs is buying. That's what's happening. The JP Morgans of the world. But rookie traders ain't buying here. Anyway, average 39. We'll stop here at 43. Maybe we'll even get long if it pulls back. But you see, liquidity, 48, 400 lots. That is toast. Most likely. Look at the cumulative deltas. See? Hardly even breaking out. What do you think is going to happen? This is where all the rookies won't buy. Oh my god, I want a short. Why? It's alright. We'll get a profit taking wick. Probably rip back to the upside too. Anyway, let's put this on a little bit smaller so you can see the orders. Anyway, don't want to be a seller. Little hesitation. Let's see if we get a pullback. $420 put? What's the expiration, Brandon? Oh, 6 months out? Where did you buy it? Hopefully not today. You know, this is a full bar, full green bar. The bids line up on something like this, so I might have gotten tricked here. We'll see. I think so. Oh, a month ago? Well, after a huge impulse, I would not, like we've had today, would not be surprised to see it go sideways and burn some theta. So take that for you know, however you want to take it. Oh, sweet, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Yeah, there's a lot of good Sierra chart setup videos out there. There's a guy Corbs, I think his channel's Corbs. He has really nice professional looking videos. You know, but you know he does the subscriptions and all of that, so he's got to make his look really professional. But he does a great job with a lot of that. So I would head over to his channel and check it out, especially if you like something really professional. Me, I'm just kind of droning along sometimes. Corbs? Here, let me just search that. He's a volume profile trader. In my off time, sometimes late at night, I peruse different channels. He's not somebody I subscribe to. Um, I'm not sure I'm gonna learn. Well, no, you would probably learn a lot from him, but like for me, I'm pretty confident about how to use the tools I have. But he has some good videos, so I don't watch them all, but they're very well organized, like by chapter and all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. I used to use volume profile in TradingView. Back in the day, I think I had the diamond or the platform thing where you could do like 12 up to 12 charts or something. I used it for crypto back in the day. But the tools are a little bit lacking compared to Sierra chart. Yeah, here they go. Huh? Can't catch me. Caught me. Yeah, very fakey there. See that? Look at that. Look at that absorption up there at 45, 46, 47. I mean, essentially, it hit stops here, and it tapered. 14 minutes to the close. I don't like playing it right now. If you're more of a, I don't know, this takes less skill, right? See that how they hit the trend line here and found liquidity, but how much? So let's go look at the footprint. 34 to 37. How much did they find? They found some. They found like a few thousand contracts down there, and then it just tapered out. So, yeah. Not a fan of playing all this. Yeah, that's what it looks like, Brandon. Looks like they were just looking for some liquidity, but you know, technically, is that really a technical setup, or is that more of like a pattern recognition? And how much of the time is that accurate? Right? Does it give you a 50% setup probability? And where do you place your stop? Right? The volatility is so great on the close that how are you going to play here? So anyway, if you like to gamble, throw a few contracts in, scalp it, great. But that's not my kind of trading. My trading is precision and repeatable setups with edge. Yeah. If you want to call for the close, go follow Mr. Top Step. Danny. My good friend Danny. I don't follow him on Twitter because he's a little busy, but I do email with him. He's a good guy. It's almost time to put my pit jacket on right now. This is what I'm listening to right now. I might be a little pumped up. Let's see. Yeah, so where was Golden Rose short from? 30.5, and he closed 29.5. And at one point he was at 37 underwater. See what emotions do? Should have already stopped. Anyway, I love Golden Rose for sharing. Good man. But you can already look at it and say like, well, emotionally handicapped at that point. Makes you want to take the trade. Yeah, I just want to take the. I just want to take the trades with edge, repeatable edge, where I have a lot of success. If you, well, I'm not going to show you guys, but
I went into Sierra charts. Maybe I'll show you a screenshot without all my account information and P&L and stuff. But over the last year over year, I'm up to like 91% win rate with 1-to-1 risk reward on futures. So that kind of patience is for me what produces over the long run, and it means I'm missing a lot of price action. But I hate just pissing away good setups. So, you know, the other day I had incredible setup here that I took for 25 points. The first scale was 25 points out, right? And I decided the rest of the day, fuck it. Up here, I got on a sim. I did short, but it was like a B+ setup. So I shorted and covered 4 or 5 points, 6 points, something like that. You could go back and look at the video, but being super disciplined is what works for me, and I won't give that up for anything. Anyway, if you guys have followed me on Twitter for a long time, like into last year, you know that this is an excellent short setup. If it's not into the close, you get rising wedge. And then remember I said if it's not into the close. 1, 2, 3. Well, what it's going to look like is something like this. Okay. Right? And we can go to TC4, which is yellow. All right. If you know me, yellows are stops. No, it's my setups, Brandon. I'm just yeah, if you watch some of my past videos, like what's good for me is that I use a lot of things for correlation, and they're all indicators or correlation events that are related. So use the same type of correlation to provide your signal. A lot of people mix signals. They'll use lagging indicators, they'll use momentum indicators, they'll use oscillators, they'll use footprints, right? And those things are all giving you signals on different time frames, you could say, right? So you want to use whatever you're using, you want to keep the correlations the same type of you want to keep the same type of correlations. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but use the same kind of indicators. If you're going to use deltas, if you're going to use footprint, if you're going to use real-time action, be consistent with it. And I have I have scalping kind of setups where my stops are based on ATR, right? And those give me high probability wins, but I can be wrong on those. But then I have the bigger picture setups, like, you know, this one yesterday where, you know, this buy signal's generated. So my stop is still fairly tight here, right? It was like a 7. And everybody goes away. They get off the live stream, and I'm just talking about the next day's setup, or uh, I'm talking about the next day's setup, and I'm talking about why I took setups and all of that sort of thing. And there's usually only a few people that stick around, and then they don't. A lot of times, some of the people don't go back and watch the video, so then they miss it all. So whatever. But that's typically what happens. So maybe towards the end of a lot of the videos that are live streams that are longer, like 4 or 5 hours, because then I just start spitting everything I know about the day. So yeah, it's not super structured, but you could ask other people if they learn a lot. I don't know. I hope so. I definitely there's some good tidbits in there, and then you know I tend to be a little ranty at times, especially if the chat gets active. Then we'll sidebar into all kinds of stuff. Yeah, man, me too. I likewise love to look into things, but I'm kind of at a point where I follow very few people on Twitter, and the reason I follow those people are because they do something that I don't do well, or they have a lot of followers and they give me an idea about sentiment. 2 minutes to the close. But I'm at a point where I'm focused just on my own thing because it's repeatable. So I'm just focused on doing what I do but better. And really for me the main thing I'm focusing on is trading less. Because I read the market, like you look at Tesla, there was some moves there. I read the markets well. And it's really tempting for me to play all of that. So until I think those are A+ setups that I can repeatably predict with a high degree of probability, those kind of setups, my main goal is keeping myself out of the think is a breakout. But given the daily structure, we're still making. Let's see if I can mark it up correctly here. High, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low. So a lot of folks will be looking to get bullish on a break of this. So I think it's coming back because of the close today on volume. I think it's absorptive. But open to being wrong. Where did Tesla close? Ah, choppy. Choppier in the upper range. Anyway, I'm not going to spend much time on the markets after the markets today because my wife is a registered nurse. She's working tomorrow, and I want to spend time with her. It's only 5 after 1 for me here in California, and I just want to go hang out with the fam, take the kid to the park, etc. So anyway, I hope you guys all had a great day, and have a good weekend. I hope everybody made money, and yeah, keep learning, keep having fun, and don't let the day end without having the perspective that there's the market gave you something to nibble on today and to learn about, right? And so educate yourself. So anyway, have a good one, folks. Take it easy. Appreciate the comments, Brandon and default name, and happy life back. And Mr. Christopher, I always like hearing from you, brother. And Golden Rose, if you're here, I'm glad you got out by the skin of your teeth, or I hope you did. So anyway, take it easy.